What's going on, friends? You see a lot of videos on YouTube that it will be something like, how to take control of your life this year, or how to become an overachiever, or something along that line. And the way you spot if it's a total, well, let's back up a second. I'll tell you how to spot a video that you could tell the person is making it up. Okay, that they're just winging it. They're trying to make a video, and I'll give you some examples. But let's start by saying that the problem is you can't tell who's really done something and who hasn't. And a lot of the videos I find, it's people who are making content, okay? And I don't fault someone for making content, especially you find someone with, a couple hundred subscribers and they're putting out content and people are watching it. The problem is a lot of the content is, when it comes to personal achievement or accomplishing goals, a lot of them are bullshit. They really are. There's grains of truth in a lot of stuff, but a lot of it is just people making stuff up, or not necessarily making stuff up, but just stuff they've heard. They've heard someone say, "Well, you got to diversify your income," stuff like that. That's what they hear people say. That's what their parents told them, and their parents didn't have any money. And that's where they maybe heard on TV, or they heard wherever they heard it. A lot of us, our parents don't have any money, right? And we're self-made. Now, here's the thing. When you have a video, or when you're watching a video and they come off and they say, well, the first thing you need to do is you need to rise early. You need to get up at 5 a.m. or you need to get up at 6 a.m. or you got to get up at 4 a.m. I can tell you right now, that's someone who didn't make money prior to YouTube, or they haven't made money at all. Okay. And I'm not saying, there's some people that are morning people. I've known people over the years, they get up real early and they're big achievers. But I can tell you this. First of all, I know personally I'm not a morning person. I am a night person. I get all my extra work done at night. I will wake up at the last possible time. Now, I do get up relatively early because I've got 4 kids. I get them to school, I drive them to school, while my wife's making the breakfast, but I get back into my office by about 9 o'clock. But even during the summer when they're not going to school, I might not get out of bed till 8:30 or 8:45 and get into the office at 9. But I will work all day and then well into the night. And a lot of people I've known over the years, people who've really achieved things, whether they're business owners, whether they're in jobs, whether they're in different types of careers. I know, in my opinion, most of the people I know that are achievers are night people. They're not morning people. So when people say, but also I'm not going to come on and say, well, if you want to be a big achiever, you got to work all through the night, because everybody's different. Here's one thing I've learned. This is what most people won't tell you. This is what I'll tell you. This is being I'm 44. I'm about to be 45. And I can tell you from experience, and a lot of this stuff I learned the hard way, is that here's one of the great truths in life. Everybody is different, okay? And it's not a wild thing. You know that, right? But what I'm getting at is that a lot of people have different styles. A lot of people have different strong points. So maybe for you, maybe you like to get up at 5:30 in the morning and go work out. Okay, I know studies have shown that if you work out in the morning, you're more likely to stick to your workout routine over a long period of time. That's what the studies show. Fine. For me personally, for a lot of people, that might not work. For you, it might work, it might not work. But maybe you wake up at 5:30 in the morning. For me, if I wake up real early on a regular basis, I am cooked by lunchtime. I'm like a zombie by lunchtime. Where if I get up at 7 or 8, I can get up and I'm strong throughout the whole day. And again, if your style is to get up early, that's great. And that's great. You do what works. Maybe you go to bed early. Maybe you get up late and you stay up all night and work. But but just to get back, when I see these videos where it's like, the way to get on top of your year this year is start by getting up at 5 a.m. It's like, no, guys, don't listen. And again, I'm speaking from experience. I'm speaking from, going through learning stuff on my own, learning stuff the hard way, learning stuff, reading stuff in books. And, I know I've read a lot of books. Well, you got to get up early. You don't have to. I assure you don't have to. Now you can't sleep till noon. Okay. Now let's get that out of the way. You can't sleep till noon and then expect to be successful. No, you got to be in your office by at least 9 o'clock. Right. But, the thing is that, yeah, I'm just laughing because I know I always laugh at, yeah, not laugh at, but it's always funny when you hear, when people are like, people want to sleep till noon and think you can, you can't be success. I don't want to get off topic here, but I was just gonna say you can't be successful without putting in an enormous amount of hours. I don't care what you do. I don't care what you do unless you're inheriting some type of money or you won some type of lottery or got some type of windfall like that. You can't achieve anything without an enormous amount of time. It's just a matter of where you're going to invest that time. Are you going to invest that, early in the morning and then be done by 8 o'clock at night and go to sleep and get up at 5 in the morning? Or are you going to sleep till 9, work all day, work till, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, maybe 2 o'clock sometimes, and then get back at it? It just depends what your style is. But, we'll wrap it. We'll wrap it on this. We'll wrap it on this. I'll tell you a really quick story. You know, when I knew a guy. I would tell you a personal story. Maybe that's for a different video, but I'll tell you someone I knew like this. I knew a guy that, and I haven't talked to him in a little while, but it was someone I grew up with, and he was moderately. When I say moderately successful, he's a pretty successful guy. He made quite a bit of money, and he always worked late. And most of the people I know that were successful, they've worked late. But this guy would work on stuff and do projects and work through the night and I don't think I think that's a good quality. Now, if you can get up in the morning and do that stuff and do it, then that's great too. But if figure out what your style is before you just listen to someone who says you got to do this. You don't have to, and that's why you can. If any video starts off like that, where you got to get up at 5 a.m. to tackle your year this year, shut that video off. But because everyone's got their own style. But we'll wrap it on that, and I'll talk to you later.